Hey guys, just pulling apart an old charging unit. I used the actual cables off this for another job. Yeah, at the moment I'm charging up a lot of 18650s. Separate job. Anyway, I've gotten this apart quite easy. There's probably a couple of screws here, 2 screws either side there, and 4 down the bottom. There might be only 2 down the bottom, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, this thing has a 400 watt inverter in it. The switch, it's pretty simple. It went directly to the, I'll try and come around here. Went directly to the battery from this black wire, and it had a red wire coming off it, a small one. And it had this other one that used to go outside, so most of this power would be provided to the outside. They would say, oh yeah, you've got that set up, that's fine. Then you've got this black wire, which I would say provided the earth for most of the circuits on this, and another black wire that went outside and had a alligator clip on it for charging your car. Now down the bottom, if I can get a good shot of the bottom, it's really hard to see. There's a couple of cheap ass caps in there. And then there's a full wave rectifier there, charging cap, couple of FETs, transformer down the back there, and some sort of beeping mechanism there. Couple of opto couplers there, the 2 4-pin chips, and some sort of capacitor there for another circuit here that's providing, looks like, a couple of different voltages coming off the front there to the front panel. There's a pump down the bottom, air pump. I don't know whether you'd want to get that out and use it again. It's probably usable and doable. The actual cable comes into the back here. I don't know whether you can get that apart to get to it. There's also a fuse holder on the back, USB and inverter power. That switches on the back here too, but there's nothing else there, so everything's coming down to this main board. There is a fan attachment down here. Now I'm wondering whether this in a future episode would be worth trying to put some lithiums in and see if it could still boost up. So I'd have to get at least 18 amp hours, so you'd need, if I've got some 2000s, I'd need at least 9 of them. 9 in a 9 across. So you need 9 coming across here just to get that 18. I don't know whether I'd fit that many there. I'll just put a couple up on top and have a quick look. Sorry about the camera work. I am working on the camera. But it'll be a lot better than this, thank goodness. It'll take me a while to save up for it. And I'm waiting on some parts from China. But yeah, it's good. So, right. Don't worry about which way it's going. Probably need to do a new heat shrink on that one. So you've got 8. 9. Yeah, it looks good. So I could get probably 2 in there. I have to measure these up. 2 by 9. And that'd give a lot more current than that 18, I'd say. And be able to run this as a charger pack again. Might be a good idea. Instead of, say, taking this to the tip, I might drain it and place these in there and use the lugs and everything again on this. Now that is a bit lower, so let's have a quick look. That would be there, that would be there, and I'd have heaps more room, but I'd still have to fit a BMS in the top roof, so that might be doable. And it's a doable idea. Most of this probably still keep going if I replace this battery, and would be a nice little additive, because then I'd have this output as a backup for things, only small things, but still a backup. And I've got a lot of parts here that I could use to do it with. So pretty much everything else is all there. You've got USB connectors on the front. I don't know whether you can see this. These are made by a company called well, not made, probably rebranded. The stickers are starting to fall off. There's a charging jack there. So what would I have to, I'd have to look at how much current I'd need to charge the actual unit. That's another thing. And then I've got two of these, but I could probably replace one of those with one of those. So that's probably a good idea. We could replace it with that and another one on that side, so you'd have four, and then you'd have lights, you'd have a compressor and a work light. So all of that would be in the one thing. And the battery status, I wouldn't really worry about that. That wouldn't be usable, but we might be able to replace one of these with something different. And yeah, might be a go. I've got so many batteries at the moment. I just picked up a new Zen Flare and I paid $50 for it, but it came with 100 batteries, so I'm happy with that. So I'm still working through a lot of batteries at the moment. I've got a pack there that's just like hanging out for someone to take it away for vapes and other things. Leave a comment if you use a vape and you need a spare battery. You might be able to buy one off me quite cheaply. There's lots of batteries under there. They're all under 2,000, but they're just under. So I've got boxes and boxes of them in here, and they go all the way down to the back. So I'm not sure how many I've got now. I lost count around about over 1,000. So yeah, hopefully I'm trying to work to 2,400 or so, and then I've got to do a bit more work. I did get some other stuff that came with that gear I got. A heap of these. I don't know why he's left this plastic in there. I don't really want his rubbish. It came with it. Oh, a heap of these. I've got so many of these at the moment, it's not funny. If you're after one of them, leave a comment. That one, probably useful. Another one that's useful. He's made some sort of charging unit out of it. Looks like a horse's ass a little bit. A couple of them, I'll pop them in the bin. Heap of he had a heap of copper strips. I don't know where he got them from, but hey, oh, some company from China, I suppose. I don't know where he got them from. I'll have to ask. They'll come in handy for other things. They're double-sided, taped. Very handy. Anyway, that will come out of there and go up there for the moment for my copper Oz bars. The job I haven't even thought of yet. It will be having to be done. Okay, more of them. Always looking for them. So yeah, all for 50 bucks. Can't complain. Heap of resistors. No idea why he got all these resistors for, but I have to put them in a resistor box. Probably useless for anything I'm going to be doing with it. The book on the Zen Flare. Zen Flare manual. That can go in the bin. Not trying to keep anything that... Oh look, there's a battery in there that he didn't even know he had. I'll put that up there and test that and check what it was all about. More plastic. Sorry about the rubbish I'm showing you. It wasn't what I haven't even opened this bag. Oh, fuses. Been looking for some fuses. Need some more fuses. They'll be handy. They'll come in handy. Heap of screws. I don't know why he just thrown me all these screws, but they'll come in handy for something. And what else is in the bag? Not much now. You should be able to get it all out and clear it out. Oh look, spot welding rods. They are very handy. And yeah, there's a heap of them there. So I'll be able to make them into a spot welding rod. There's another battery, just chilling in the bag. The bag's not bad, but what else is in here? There's one fuse. Not sure if it's shorted out. Don't even know what the fuses are. They are Not much on them. Tell me much. 250. Nothing on that end. Let's have a look on the other end. Well, this is going to be interesting. Nothing at all. Anyone know what these fuses could be? Leave a comment, because I don't know what he's gotten himself and why he's got all these screws and stuff and just thrown them at me. Anyway, alright, that's it from me. Catch you on the next one.